Welcome in, everyone, here to collegecast.com. Another SLIAC semifinal matchup as the 1 seed Webster Gorlocks. We're getting ready to take on Principia College, the Panthers, as they're going through the starting lineups. Kyle Gessler alongside Tanner Hendrickson and Joey Messenbrink running the camera and all of our production for us. They're doing the starting lineup, so I'll catch you up on them for you. We'll start with the 4 seed Principia Panthers. Number 0, Shamari Miles will be getting the start. We'll also see Jaquan Adams, Jake Kampf will be getting the start, and Nathan Brantingham and also Clark Davidson will be getting the start. That's the starting 5 for Principia. For the Webster Gorlocks, who are hosting the SLIAC tournament because they got the 1 seed, Jason Coleman, Jamard Sykes, Wynn Brown, Marcus Beckton, and Carl Moore Jr. wrap up the starting 5. And coming into this game, Webster, they've won 3 straight. They're 6-6 here on this home court. 13-12 on the year, 10-4 in the SLIAC, which finished first. And Principia 18-8, 9-5 in the SLIAC, which was fourth. And Kyle, this should be a pretty even matchup. We talked about it in our last game, and if you missed it, you can check it out on collegecast.com, in which Eureka ended up falling in that game, and they are knocked out of the SLIAC tournament. And, you know, looking at this one, and Fontbonne was the one who won that, looking at this game, very similar matchup. It could be close. You know, Principia lost the season series, dropping both those games, but anything could happen as both games were fairly close.
Right, Tanner. Like you said, anything can happen now that it is the postseason, vying for that automatic bid. A team can get hot, can make a world of difference, and the team that can maybe get hot from 3, as Principia 36.3 from 3 on the year to just 27.2 for Webster on the year. So anybody that can get hot from 3 and maybe go on that big run, which we did not really see in that first game, can win this game.
Yeah, we'll see. Again, this should be a great matchup. Webster will be in the home whites with their Gorlock across the chest, and then Principia in the road kind of navy blues. As jumping for Webster will be 24. That's Carl Moore Jr. Jumping for Principia, Nathan Brantingham. As we're ready to go, SLIAC action underway as Webster win the opening tip as they are looking to get to the final, which is tomorrow night with a matchup against the Fontbonne Griffins. Webster here on the near side wing. They go back towards the top of the key. Screen is set, driving in, trying to shell off the defender with his hip. Dump off, didn't caught his teammate off guard. Sykes with it, back to the top. Brown Jr. with it. Brown crosses over, 3 on the shot clock. Got the shot off, no good. Defensive rebound gathered as that's Adams, Jaquan Adams with the board for Principia. Now they come in their offensive set. Adams with it. Adams pull-up jumper, left a floater, short hit, nothing as it's a defensive board for Moore. And now here comes Principia in transition. Now they'll slow things up. Coleman with it, back to the top of the key. Thought about it. Now they kick it out. Beckton with it. Back down low. Carl Moore to the wing. Three-pointer. Coleman off the back rim, no good. As Davidson with the rebound. And we've got a full house here tonight for this SLIAC semifinal matchup on the campus of Webster University. They work it around the perimeter. They're trying to go inside. They had the man. Oh, nice block from behind. Thanksgiving came early. Beckton delivers the stuffing. Now driving in, left hand off the glass. There's the home cooking with the roll. Jason Coleman's got the first basket in tonight's SLIAC semifinal matchup. As Miles will be the one to bring it ahead. Handoff, Adams with it. Principia, much lighter roster. And what Webster has, that shot was blocked. No, we're going to get a late foul call. They're going to call it on Coleman as going to the free throw line is Camp. So our first free throw coming of the evening. It starts with Principia. It's the first free throw. Off the back rim, no good.
And that was a 90% free throw shooter on the year in camp. Missing that free throw, Tanner.
And we talk about it, still, we're not even 2 minutes in, but always worth emphasizing once you're into playoff basketball, free throws matter and are crucial. Kemp gets the second free throw to go, 2-1 our score. Coleman's the point guard, junior, out of Memphis, Tennessee for Webster. Brown with it on the wing. Working around, back to Coleman. Setting some screens down low. They kick it to the top. Three-pointer from Sykes, no good. And there's the rebound by Davidson. They're going to go quickly. They want Adams to be the forward leading the charge in transition. Drive, nice dump off. Now in trouble. They kick it back out to the top of the key. Good ball movement. Now driving. Left-handed shot off the front of the rim. No good. It gets poked free out of bounds near the Webster bench as Miles was the one who missed it. And Principia can't believe that the basketball is going to remain with Webster. They thought that was clearly theirs.
And Adams could be the difference maker for Principia, being a 17.3 point per game scorer, the sixth man of the year, as well as a first-team all-conference selection, Tanner.
Webster working it around the perimeter. Becton with it. Picked up his dribble. Got in trouble, but able to get away. Brown with it. Brown pulls up for three. Left it long. Did not hit the rim. They reset the shot clock, though. It banks off the board. Webster comes away. Now we're going to get a loose ball foul on Principia. And I can tell you, Principia, it's the same coaching staff. The only difference, Todd Zimmerman is the head coach of the men's team. He's an assistant with the women. I covered the women earlier this week, and they were upset with the officiating in that game in which they were eliminated in the SLIAC tournament. And they've shown early frustrations here today. As Webster's Coleman has it, he's in trouble, looking for some help. Dumps it off, Moore with it, Moore drives baseline, kick out, nice drive, penetration, jumper went long. It's missed, it's loose. Principia will come away with it as that was Brantingham with it. Here they come, transition drive. Miles with the bank off the glass and in. Webster tried to go quick, though, and weren't able to get anything. Coleman with it. Brown at the top, now back to Coleman. They set some no ball screens. They're setting screens away from the ball. Now a crossover between the legs. Becton, pull up near that far side block. Got it to go. Baskets traded between Principia and Webster. Miles has it, averages 9 points per game. So they're going to go inside on the block. Sending the big man to work. Shot fake up and under left hand. Got it. Davidson.
And he put in work right there on the defensive player of the year in Carl Moore and got him up.
And we've got a clock issue. Shot clock went to 17 instead of right at 30. And we'll see if this is going to lead to our first media timeout. It will. So 15:39 left in the first half. Principia, the 4 seed, leads Webster as we are at the SLIAC semifinals here on collegecast.com.
I am an NCAA student athlete, and I pledge to be a champion of unity on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to stand against all forces of division and separation. I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination. I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity. I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt. I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy. I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all. I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United.
Early on here at the SLIAC semifinals as we're on the campus of Webster University at Grant Gym. Principia, the 4 seed, leads the 1 seed, Webster 5-4. 15:39 to go. Kyle Gessler, Tanner Hendrickson with Joey Mesenbrink running the camera for us. And Kyle, early on, going to struggle offensively like we saw in our first game.
Right, that is a very good point. Both teams struggled in the first game offensively, and we're seeing that early on here in this one. And we'll see if that will continue or if somebody can get hot shooting the ball and go on a big run.
As Sykes drives baseline, kick out. I don't know if he realized he had some room underneath the rim. Miles with the steal. and Principia will slow down into their half-court offense. So give it off. Brantingham with it. They're trying to set some screens, trying to get Kemp open. Pass was deflected. Kemp with it. A little floater from the free throw line. Got it. Wild sequence, but they're able to get the basket. Now Webster tries to come quickly. They're trying to find something in transition off of makes, but Principia's done a nice job getting back here early. Driving baseline. That's Becton. Now they go to Moore. Moore hands it off. Driving in. Tough finish inside. Jason Coleman with the basket. Principia brings it ahead. A little hesitation. Kemp drives. Foul is going to be called. I think they're going to get this on Carl Moore Jr. And that's his first personal.
And if you're Webster, that's somebody you want to keep on the floor as much as possible. Defensive Player of the Year coming in, averaging just under 10 rebounds a game and 3 blocks a game, Tanner.
Yeah, early on, Principia's done a nice job of getting some inside looks as that first free throw is good from Kemp. So he looks to make the second here, make it 9-6 early on. Again, winner of this game plays in the SLIAC Conference Championship game tomorrow. And they'll be taking on the 2 seed in Fontbonne. You can catch that game here on collegecast.com as well. Coleman brings it ahead for Webster now. They dump it off. Sykes, they go inside. We're getting a foul on the floor. Moore was grabbed from behind, I believe is what the call will be. And we'll see our first substitute of the game as Marco Powles will check into the game as he comes in for Brantingham. Powles averaged 5.3 points per game in the regular season.
And Tanner, you mentioned it early on that the bench for Webster is much larger for Principia, so we'll also see how that plays a factor as well.
Sykes in trouble on the baseline, finds help. Becton crosses over, a little hesitation, floater from the near side block. He got the friendly roll. Miles brings it ahead for the Principia Panthers. 18-8 in the regular season, 9-5 in SLIAC conference play. They average 74 points per game. They go inside, left hand, no luck there as it's poked free. Adams couldn't get the finish. Driving, foul will be called, and I think they'll send Sykes to the free throw line.
That's a smart play by Sykes. Attack the rim as much as possible as well.
Two free throws coming, Principia. Javon Nugent checks into the game, along with Josh Luster. They get it inside. Off the inbounds jumper was long, poked out of bounds as it went off Nugent's hand, and the ball will go to Webster. It's brought ahead for Miles. So work it towards the far side. Nice hesitation. Drive baseline. Tried to finish, and it was blocked. I believe getting a hand on that was Luster, who just recently checked into the game. Now driving. Oh, nice little thread the needle. Coleman with the finish. Go inside Principia. Davidson with it. Nice little attack in the paint. The right-handed floater's good. Work it to the top. Webster looking to hand the ball off. Sykes, three. Oh, the bank is open late on Friday night.
And Tanner, it looks like the two teams have found a scoring touch so far here early now.
As you say that, Davidson with the right-handed floater. The offenses are cooking early on. Little jump stop, floater good, off the back rim. Coleman gets some love. Miles will bring it ahead. Principia down 2, under 12 to go in the first half. A little hesitation. Kemp gave it up. Now Miles drives, shot fake, got a man in the air, and then he leans into him, going to the free throw line to shoot 2.
As Coach Chris Bunch, the coach of the year for Webster, is not happy with his player Wynn Brown Jr.
And it looks like we're going to get a media timeout here as well. So we'll take a break as well. 15-13, Webster leads it. You're watching SLIAC Semifinals men's basketball here on collegecast.com.
I lose, I'll respond with respect.
If I win, I'll back it up with humility.
If I fail, I'll rise up with honor. It's tough for us to put it all on the line.
Don't undo my hard work with poor sportsmanship.
Respect. It's the name of the game.
Drury Hotels is a corporate sponsor of the St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. A family-owned hotel chain, Drury provides exceptional values for travelers. SLIAC fans and teams can choose from 3 Metro East locations in the St. Louis area and book rooms for just $89. Choose from Drury Hotels in O'Fallon, Fairview Heights, and Collinsville, which are conveniently located directly off the interstate and near a wide selection of restaurants. All 3 locations are within 60 miles of 5 SLIAC members and offer SLIAC fans and family traveling through the St. Louis area a cost-saving quality stay. For more information on how to book a room with Drury Hotels, contact your school's athletic department and ask for the Drury Hotels/SLIAC Biz Trip number. Drury Hotels, where the extras aren't extra.
15-13, Webster leads it over Principia. As at the free throw line, shooting 2, is it Shamar Miles. He misses the first one. Principia has been getting to the free throw line early on here.
And in the 2 prior matchups against Webster, they were 4 of 5 in the 65-63 loss here at Webster, and then 12 of 14 at Principia.
Second free throw is good. 15-14 our score, 11:40 to go. Yeah, and as you mentioned that, 2-0 Webster against Principia this season. Beat them January 21st on this court, 65-63, and then they went to Principia and won by 20, 79-59 in early February. So Webster's working it around the perimeter. Thought about it, the hesitation. Now they're driving to the paint. Shot blocked. Getting his hand on it was Davidson. Now here comes Principia. They'll slow things down. Wingard, who recently just checked in the game, had it and gave it back up to Miles. So they're going to go inside. Davidson with it. Spun baseline. Now goes with the right hand. The hook shot, no good. A nice rebound there as Nugent was able to gather. He's looking to hand it off. Coleman backs it out. Now they work it to Becton. Luster. Luster with it. Now to Becton. Becton fakes the spin. Now it's turned over. Nice interception. Miles did a nice job to get his hand on it and get the steal. Kemp had it. Give it up to the top. Wingert's looking to hand it off. So they kind of work it around the perimeter here. Miles. Powles gets a screen on his right. Now drives. Kick out. Davidson thought about it, gave it up. Now driving with the left. Wingert, kick out. He's going to be called for an offensive foul. Nice job to get in position there, as that was Jason Coleman who stepped in front of him to pick up the foul. We see 2 substitutes. Jamard Sykes checks into the game. Nate Jones as well. Bring it ahead now. Mark Moore, junior from Hillsboro, Missouri. Had 3 points in both matchups earlier this year. He's the backup point guard on this Webster roster. They go inside. Becton with it, looking for some help. Now he'll back it out. Give it back to Mark Moore. Near side wing, Nugent drives in, goes with a tough right-handed shot, no good. Rebound, Powles, and Principia gives it to Miles, and here he comes on the far side. Miles, little fake crossover, drive in, jump stop, kick out, looking for support. Now driving Wingert. Now they give it back up Miles. Wingert inside. Brantingham trying to back his way in, fakes a pass, left-handed hook shot, no good. It pinballs around, but Nugent's able to finally gather. Now here comes Webster. Sykes gives it up. Here Principia's crowd trying to get another defensive stand. Trailing by 1 is Principia. Webster, Nugent. Nugent looking for help, top of the key, thought about it. Now driving, Luster backs back out. Gives it up, 5 on the shot clock. Webster has to hurry. Morgan a pull up for 3 off the back of the rim. No good, and it's poked out of bounds. And it's going to be Principia basketball as we see a couple more substitutes come in. Jaquan Adams will be the first. As Jaquan Adams, transfer from Lewis and Clark Community College. Adams almost wasn't ready for that. It almost caught him off guard, but he's able to get it. Miles, they work it around. Adams going to drive baseline. Gets a screen on his left, and they're going to call an offensive foul. Brantingham's going to be called for the illegal screen. And Adams, the leading scorer for Principia, with 17.3 points per game. They're trying to get him going here early on. He dropped 17 and 9 in the first loss of the season, then 20 in game 2 against Webster. To the top of the key, Luster with it. Now they go near side. Back to Luster. Luster gets a screen on his right. He's going to pull up for 3. No good. Offensive rebound for Webster. Contact. They're not going to call a foul, and Webster fans can't believe it. We got a battle of the student sections. Right in front of us is the home crowd in Webster. To our left is Principia.
It's always fun when you get the crowds going early there, Tanner.
It is a great atmosphere here tonight in the SLIAC semifinal matchup. Again, winner to the championship, Davidson. Oh, nice shot fake with the right hand. Got it to go. He's using the up and under to a great effect here early on. Principia wants another stop. They lead by 1. 7:50 to go in the half. Screen set, bounce pass, miscommunication, turnover. And then the pass from Kemp was deflected. He's able to gather, has to slow things up. Davidson with it to go here to Powell's, right in front of us. Adams gave it up to Wingert. So working it around the perimeter. Screen is being set for Powell's on his left. Steps back. Jumper from the far side, elbow no good. He pokes it up in the air. Oh, nice rebound there. Moore just said, give me that basketball. Now here comes Webster. Handoff, hesitation, spinorama, and that's going to be a travel. Great defense applied from Clark Davidson, the senior from Amarillo, Texas, and that's going to lead to another media timeout. Principia's got the momentum. 7:11 to go in the first half. 16-15 they lead it as you're watching SLIAC semifinals men's basketball here on collegecast.com.
Number 32, Kyle Hornsby.
Inside the 30. Touchdown. Michaela Burgess. An incredible finish by Holmes.
The NCAA and its member schools offer nearly 500,000 college athletes a path to go pro in something other than sports. Learn more at ncaa.org.
Do you have a camp coming up? Winning Streak can help you. Whether it's a summer league team or you're hosting a skills camp, Winning Streak has you covered. With talented graphic artists on site to help you with your design and various delivery options, Winning Streak has all of your needs met. If you place an order on a Monday, Winning Streak can get you your camp shirts by Thursday. Winning Streak, your T-shirt headquarters.
Back here at Webster University as we are at Grant Gym between a SLIAC semifinal matchup as we got the 1 seed Webster hosting the tournament. They're taking on the 4 seed Principia. It's 16-15 in favor of Principia. 7:15 to go in the first half. and it's been a bit of an offensive struggle for both sides. Davidson leads the way for Principia with 8 points so far. He's 4 of 5 from the floor, and matching him is Jason Coleman for Webster, as he's got 8. Only 3 scores for Webster so far here, as we're past the halfway point in the first half.
And looking at the live stats, last field goal for Webster, 12:04 left in the first, so they went over 5 minutes now without a field goal.
Davidson thought about it. Now he drives, stops, spins, tried to get that up and under to work. Adams somehow got that shot to go, and the deflection didn't matter. Principia crowd is feeling it. So is the bench. They've got all the momentum here in the first half. Coleman thought about it. Now he drives in. Got contact. He's going to the free throw line to shoot 2. Camp's the one who they called that on.
And that's his second foul as well.
And again, we mentioned it, Principia with shorter bench. They are missing 2 players tonight as the first free throw is good. Sellers is out. He averaged 6.5 points per game. And the other player that is out for them today is Speedle. He hasn't played much this season. Second free throw from Coleman is good. Coleman's all the way up to 10 points now. He averages 10 points per game. So he's got all the way up to the season average. He's hot tonight for Principia. Adams drives. Camp's feeling it. 3 from deep, no good. Nice rebound there, as high rising was Nugent.
And Tanner, I don't like that shot. Early in the shot clock, that's a forced 3.
Woo-hoo. There's a little fadeaway. Wynn Brown able to get it to go. And Webster all of a sudden has gone back on top. Camp gives it up. Wingert, they work it around the perimeter. Adams with it, gives it up. Miles thought about it, crosses over, hesitates, tries to go around the world with a Euro step. Now they're going to call a travel on Davidson. A turnover, and Webster is now feeling the momentum. And the student section in front of us does a nice job of pointing which direction the ball is going when it goes in their favor. Giving it back to the student section for Principia. Webster works it to the top. Nugent with it, drives in, looking for help. Bounce pass towards the baseline. Carl Moore back to Nugent. Nugent with the handoff. Crossing over. Coleman, he's got 10, he's fielding, he's fouled. Oh, he almost got that one to go.
When you get hot early, that's the type of bucket that falls, Tanner, even when you're getting fouled.
Yeah, didn't get the lucky home cooking there as it didn't fall. But he's been impressive so far. Jason Coleman, again, average 10 per game, has a chance to surpass his season average here in the first half. And that's an announcer's jinx as he misses the first, but he's got 10 points, 4 of 6 from the field. So he gets set for the second free throw. And he got that. Looking at it so far, both teams shooting around 43%. Principia's only taken 1 3. They missed it. Webster 1 of 6. They go inside. Adams drives in. Oh, he's playing bully ball. He's banking it. No good. Rebound by Webster. Carl Moore gathers. Webster's wanting to play quickly. Spin move. Jumper. Oh, that is pretty. Jamar Sykes able to get it to go, and it's going to force a 30-second timeout from Principia. Webster's up 4, 22-18, 4:53 to go here. And we'll just keep it here with you. As Kyle, we were talking about it after the media timeout. You know, you had mentioned it had been about 5 minutes since Webster got a basket to go. All of a sudden, though, everything's starting to go, and you look up, and they're up by 4.
Right, Tanner, that's a great mention right there. Almost over 5 minutes without scoring a bucket, from 12:04 to under 7, and now all of a sudden they're getting some shots to fall. you're really starting to see the momentum shift a little bit in favor of Webster here late in this first half with a 4-point lead.
Yeah, and the largest lead we've seen in this game is the one that we've got now, 22-18. Webster up by 4. We've seen 2 ties, 8 lead changes in this one. So it's been back and forth, and we kind of expected that coming into this one. Tanner Hendrickson alongside Kyle Kessler. We've also got Joey Messenbrink running everything for us production-wise. Principia out of the timeout. Miles with it. Miles thinking for 3. No good. Left it a bit short. Brown with the rebound. Webster wanting to play in transition. Brown hesitates, drives in. Now he's going to pull up fadeaway. Left that a tad bit short. Oh, what a save. But then it goes off of one Webster player's hands out of bounds. For such a great save, it surprised everybody as Nugent almost kept that one in.
Right, you are there. Nugent did a great job hustling to get to that basketball. Just a little too much heat on it to save it as it bounced off of Carl Moore's hands. But great effort there, right there, and that's what playing in this conference tournament means to these teams.
Got to put everything on the line if you want to have a date tomorrow night with Fonfon. Adams to Davidson. Davidson, handoff, can't thought about it, you could tell. Back to Davidson. Davidson going to drive with the left. Kick, Adams, baseline drive, hesitates, reverse layup. Oh, that's a tough finish, and he got it to go. They hand it off to Coleman. Coleman gets double screens on his left. Nothing comes of it, though. Now he's going to have to give it up. Sykes drives baseline. Contact. Oh, somehow that bounce pass got through. Contact. Unable to finish. Got his own rebound back. And Carl Moore Jr. is going to the free throw line.
Like you said, Tanner, I don't know how that pass got through. Kind of was a magician act.
And that's going to lead us to a media timeout. 3:40 to go here in the first half. Webster, the 1 seed, leads it 22-20 over Principia. You're watching SLIAC Men Basketball Conference Tournament Semifinals here on collegecast.com.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better. For their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Drury Hotels is a corporate sponsor of the St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. A family-owned hotel chain, Drury provides exceptional values for travelers. SLIAC fans and teams can choose from 3 Metro East locations in the St. Louis area and book rooms for just $89. Choose from Drury Hotels in O'Fallon, Fairview Heights, and Collinsville, which are conveniently located directly off the interstate and near a wide selection of restaurants. All 3 locations are within 60 miles of 5 SLIAC members and offer SLIAC fans and family traveling through the St. Louis area a cost-saving quality stay. For more information on how to book a room with Drury Hotels, contact your school's athletic department and ask for the Drury Hotels/SLIAC Biz Trip number. Drury Hotels, where the extras aren't extra.
22-20 our score. Webster leads it here on their home court in the SLIAC semifinal matchup against the 4-seed Principia. 3:40 to go in the first half. 2 free throws coming here for Webster, as it's Carl Moore Jr. at the free throw line as he misses the first.
And just a 50.6% free throw shooter on the year, so you fouled the right man there, but you can't foul too much as you're already at 18 fouls.
As Moore gets the second free throw to go. So 3-point lead for Webster, 3:35 to go. Adams has it, gets a screen on his right, hesitates, drives, contact. He's going to the free throw line to shoot 2. Again, he's the leading scorer on this Principia team, averaging 17 points per game and right around 7 rebounds. He transferred in from Lewis and Clark.
And what's impressive about Adams is most of the games he was coming off the bench for Principia. So to be the leading scorer of first team, all-conference selection, and 6th man of the year is pretty impressive.
It's his first free throw. Took a couple bounces. He's excited. Got his first points of the night. Or excuse me, his 5th points of the night. First free throw to go. Adams, a junior from Bethalto, Illinois. Funny story, Kyle. I covered him in college when I was broadcasting at Lewis and Clark Community College, so I'm seeing the pinnacle of his career up into his junior year.
And you already know what type of player he was, so that helps you out a little bit there.
Yeah, he was a good player at LC. Tough shot, left it short, missed from Wynn Brown. Now here goes Principia. They've been playing more half-court offense for a big majority of the game. Miles to Adams. Davidson back to Miles. They work around, set some screens. Camp for three, and it hit just about every part of the rim and missed. Under 3 to go. Driving. Oh, man. Offensive foul is called. That one almost looked like a football tackle. Brown was trying to pummel his way through that offensive line. It was almost what it looked like. But this is basketball.
All right, that's a good call right there. He was a little bit out of control and just bulldozed the man down. He almost looked like a running back bullying through the line. And that's something to watch now, as that was his second here late in the first half. So he's going to come out for Mark Moore.
And Davidson went a bit earlier. Our ref gave him the ball too early. So now we're ready to go. 2:55 to go. Leading scorers, Coleman with 11 for Webster. Adams gets a screen on his left, explodes, fouled. He's going to the free throw line to shoot two. Adams looked like he got shot out of a cannon and attacked the paint.
And that's Becton's second foul now for Webster as well.
Ron Adams to the line. He gets the first free throw to go. See a substitute for Webster now. Checking back into the game, Carl Moore Jr. So wipe up a wet spot underneath where Adams went down.
And if you're Webster, you got to somehow get Carl Moore involved in the offense, averaging 10.2 points, and he's at 1 right now.
Second free throw coming here for Adams. He left that one short, pinballed around. Webster will come up with it, though, as Coleman has it. Gives it up to the top. They work it around the perimeter. Screen going to be set on the left. Sykes pulls up for three. Knew he missed it. He's charged after, right after the shot. Offensive rebound, though, gathered by Moore. They give it back to him. Screen is set there, trying to get Mark Moore a chance at a jump shot, but couldn't get the screen set. Now he gets one on his right, throws it up over the top. Reverse layup, no good, as that was missed by Carl Moore. Now a driving Adams goes up, right hand off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound for Principia. They work it around the perimeter. Davidson with it, gives it back up. Miles, and he'll slow things down. They're going to go back inside. Brantingham gave it up. Davidson, one power dribble, floater inside the paint is good. Principia reclaims the lead, 24-23.
And that was a great offensive possession, even though they had the mismatch with Mark Moore guarding, I believe, Davidson.
Coleman has it. They're setting screens for Sykes. He'll give it up. Nugent, shot fake, drive baseline. Contact goes up with the right. Nothing. Ball is pinballing around. Webster comes up with it. Tough shot. Bank shot is in for Coleman. Jason Coleman, have yourself a half. He's got 13 points here. He's got half of what Webster's offense has been in the first half. They're going inside. Adams goes with the right-handed hook shot, and it was just a tad bit long. Nugent rises up for the rebound. Webster comes ahead. Under a minute to go in the first half. 1 point lead for Webster.
And Tanner, both teams have really done a great job of limiting the transition game as well.
They've both been good in transition defense. Nugent faked the handoff. Now he gives it up. Mark Moore with it. Near side corner, tries to get it to Nugent. Contact, out of bounds. No foul was called. There will be 6 seconds on the shot clock. 37.9 seconds to go in the half. Principia with a substitute, as we see Kevin Wingert check back into the game. Again, just 6 seconds on the shot clock. They got to go quickly. Mark Moore pulls up for three. It hit the rim. Offensive rebound. Nugent with the finish. 30 seconds to go. 3-point lead for Webster. Principia can hold for the last shot. That's what they're going to do. 15 seconds to go. Miles is the one who has it, gives it up to Wingert. Wingert going to hand it off. Camp's going to drive in, looking for help. 5 seconds to go. They give it to Adams. Adams, isolation, drives with the left hand. Long skip pass. Wingert for three at the buzzer. No good as he pushed it to the left just slightly. Principia tried to tie it before halftime, but they're unsuccessful. So it is 27-24. Webster leads it. Common theme in the season series is they let it half in both of the regular season matchups. And Kyle, biggest takeaways here in the first half. I mean, we got ourselves another barn burner like we did in the first game of our doubleheader.
Right, Tanner. That's the best word I think you can use for it, a barn burner. A 3-point lead. It's been tightly contested. Defensive battle, as both teams have struggled offensively, not shooting the ball really well. But both teams have also done a great job limiting teams getting out and transition. Neither team has really been able to push out and score in transition, and I think maybe in the second half we might see that change a little bit.
Yeah, very similar when I'm looking at the box score here. I'll start with Principia since they're down by 3. Davidson's got 10 points for him. Adams has 6, 5 for Kemp, and then Miles with 3 for Webster. Coleman's got 13 points. Again, he averaged 10 points per game in the regular season. He's got 13. He's accommodated for almost, not completely, but almost 50% of the Webster offense. Both these teams shooting right at 37% from the floor. Principia 0 of 4 from three-point range. 1 of 8 is Webster, so three-point ball has not been really a big thing here in today's contest. And, heading into that second half, be interesting to see the direction that this game ends up taking. Adams will be a guy to keep an eye on as we go into the second half, along with Coleman, who's been hot. So we'll step aside. It's halftime, 27-24. Webster leads it. You're watching SLIAC men's semifinals here on collegecast.com.
When you're in college, you kind of find out who you are. And throughout your 4 years, you develop yourself with all the different experiences, which leads into dedicating yourself to your community, to your family. So when you're a senior, you're coming out a well-rounded person.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests outside of the classroom and outside of the court or field. I've had the ability to get into different activities and organizations, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
Getting to be involved in a lot of different things, ranging from obviously being a student athlete to getting involved with my campus and my community, and not only being allowed to do that, but being encouraged to do that.
The opportunity to be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, to have the professors know me on a personal level, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Being a part of the different activities and organizations that I've been a part of, I'm actually able to see myself where I'm like, hey, I actually can make a change. I'm one person that can make a difference. It really helps you develop thinking from other people's perspectives and looking at problems from outside the box.
Division III has helped me to develop teamwork skills, critical thinking skills, time management skills.
I've definitely learned how to really be myself. I found out, yes, I am actually a good leader, and yes, I can actually put myself forward because I am good enough. I can do it.
Coming in to college, I just wanted to get good grades and to do well. But it also made me realize that I have a lot of different career goals, and I've learned so much about myself that I was always growing and changing.
When I got to college, it forced me to step up and become more of a leader, and I think that was something I had the capability of doing. And forever grateful that being a Division III school gave me that opportunity.
You have to dedicate your time in the classroom. You have to dedicate your time in the gym, on the field, on the court.
Our coaches and the entirety of the athletic department, they valued the student athlete going out to community and trying something new and getting involved in campus life.
You can get involved in so many different things. So the possibilities are truly limitless for what you can do with your college experience. You can kind of make it your own in the Division III setting. So I would encourage people who want to have flexibility to pursue different interests and passions to go D3.
Drury Hotels is a corporate sponsor of the St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. A family-owned hotel chain, Drury provides exceptional values for travelers. SLIAC fans and teams can choose from 3 Metro East locations in the St. Louis area and book rooms for just $89. Choose from Drury Hotels in O'Fallon, Fairview Heights, and Collinsville, which are conveniently located directly off the interstate and near a wide selection of restaurants. All 3 locations are within 60 miles of 5 SLIAC members and offer SLIAC fans and family traveling through the St. Louis area a cost-saving quality stay. For more information on how to book a room with Drury Hotels, contact your school's athletic department and ask for the Drury Hotels/SLIAC Biz Trip number. Drury Hotels, where the extras aren't extra.
It's not about yourself, it's about your team.
Division III allows you to give yourself to other things.
I chose Cedar Crest because it's nationally ranked for its forensic science program. And then I also chose Cedar Crest because I could come here and play sports. I could be a basketball player and then I could be a student athlete and my teachers would understand that.
At a Division III school, you primarily a student athlete, so the school is really shaped around you developing yourself as a complete individual. The end result in my mind is you just become a very well-rounded person.
I know sports is important, but having the academic part along with it is a big plus.
There's more to them than being a student athlete. They're a club president, they're a student in the classroom, so it's a well-rounded experience.
Division III school was the best opportunity for me to have both the highest academic challenges and some of the very highest athletic challenges too.
So that's why D3 athletics is so great. It gives you the opportunity to get involved in so many different things and be able to still do all those things.
D3 school, there's a lot of time for other opportunities. During soccer season, the coaches, they expect a lot of you during soccer, but after soccer, that's your own personal time. It's your time to go explore different things and really find out who you are and other opportunities that you can pursue.
Division III in athletics, affords students the opportunity not only to participate in intercollegiate athletics at a competitive level, but also gives them the opportunity to, engage in the other interests in their campus and in their lives outside of that sport and outside of the academics on the campus.
I wanted to be really balanced. I wanted to be focused on academics and athletics and be able to do other things that I wanted to do. And I knew Division III would be able to not only let me do that, but support me in that.
You have more time for your extracurricular activities outside of school, whether it's not academics, spending time with your family, your friends, and those are things that are important to me in a college experience.
Being a Division III athlete and developing my leadership skills has definitely put my name out there and helped me get more recognition on campus, but more recognition nationwide. I did win the Jostens Trophy, which is based on leadership, academics, and then how well you do on the court.
I think there's more opportunities for academic scholarships in Division III.
Division III schools offer academic scholarships instead of athletic scholarships. This really puts the focus that the student athlete needs to maintain that GPA.
I got the presidential scholarship from Case Western, which was huge for me.
I did receive a non-athletic scholarship upon entering school, and I carried that for my first 2 or 3 years.
I did receive academic scholarships my freshman year, and then every single year I get a little bit more because of my academics. Just being involved on campus, being an athlete, and then being a leader in so many different clubs. All those things combined kind of get me recognized.
Don't pass up a Division III school if you have the opportunity. Division III offers many experiences.
I would definitely choose Division III school because you can develop your leadership skills. I mean, basketball and academics are so important here, but you can also develop like who you are as a person.
Do you have a camp coming up? Winning Streak can help you. Whether it's a summer league team or you're hosting a skills camp, Winning Streak has you covered. With talented graphic artists on site to help you with your design and various delivery options, Winning Streak has all of your needs met. If you place an order on a Monday, Winning Streak can get you your camp shirts by Thursday. Winning Streak, your T-shirt headquarters.
Across divisions, sports, championships, and schools, for nearly 500,000 student athletes, college sports create lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. We've raised the academic bar, so more are earning degrees, creating healthier campuses by working with the nation's brightest minds, and making sure more have the chance to succeed and are supported on their journey. But beyond the numbers, it's about opportunity, and we're working to provide it for every student athlete.
ready to start the second half here at Webster University as we are at Grant Gym as the 1 seed Webster Gorlocks are getting ready to take on, as they're taking on the Principia Panthers, and at the half it's 27-24 in favor of Webster. Let's run back through some of our stats here at halftime. 13 points for Jason Coleman to lead all scorers for Webster, and in the game he's got almost half of what the Webster offense has been. 13 of the 27 points are from him. 4 points from Beckton and Brown Jr. Sykes has 3 as well. Nugent's got 2 and 1 from Moore as Carl Moore Jr. And then taking a look at Principia, their leading scorer, it's been the big man, Clark Davidson. He's got 10 points, 5 of 6 from the floor, leads the team in rebounds as well with 4. 6 points from Jaquan Adams, also 5 points from Camp, and then 3 from Miles. Tanner Hendrickson alongside Kyle Gissler and Joey Mesenbrink running things for us production-wise. Kyle, before we start the second half here, what's going to be key for each side to win if they're going to win and head to the conference final?
I think for Principia, what they're doing right now is they're getting to the rim. They need to start knocking down the 3 ball as well as Webster. So I think the big key of the second half is, can a team get hot and start knocking down the 3 ball? And then the second thing is, what team is going to go on that big run and put the throttle down and bury the other team?
Yeah, and the biggest lead has been 4 points, and that was in favor of Webster. 4:32 left in the first half when it was 22-18. So it's been around a 3-4 point game for the majority of the game. Principia starts with it. Adams going to drive. Right hand, got contact. Wasn't able to finish. Ball is loose. Webster grabs it. Beckton with it. And they'll lead the charge now with Brown Jr. bringing it ahead. They work it to the top. Coleman. Coleman gets a screen. Didn't do much with it. They give it up. Near side corner. Sykes now driving. Coleman. Jump shot from the free throw line. No good as Davidson gets the rebound.
And Tanner, I think another big thing that Webster needs is more scoring out of Wynn Brown Jr. and Carl Moore. And for Principia, they need Jaquan Adams to start going to the bucket and getting some points.
That floater may have been blocked or it was an air ball, not sure. Sykes gave it up. Driving right hand off the glass. Coleman with the finish. He's up to 15.
And that's only 6-2 in fast break scoring in this game in favor of Webster, Tanner. So, like we've talked about before, that both teams have really done a great job limiting the transition buckets.
Oh, Davidson started his spin without the ball as it goes out of play. It's a turnover on Principia. Haven't had a lot of turnovers in this game. That was just the 4th on Principia, 6 for Webster. Unlike our last game, in which Fonfon took down Eureka. Bunch of turnovers there. 3-pointer from the top of the key. This crowd would have erupted. They will no matter what, though, thanks to Brown Jr. getting the rebound. Driving in, right-handed hook shot fouled, going to the free throw line. Marcus Beckton is. He'll shoot 2.
And that's now 3 on Nathan Branningham as well. And with that short bench for Principia, that's a big factor now, as you have 3 on Brantingham. You have Camp at 2 as well as Clark Davidson.
Yeah, Principia has just a 12-man roster, but 2 of those guys are out. So they've only got 10 guys available for tonight's game. So foul trouble, as you say, could become a factor. Webster extends the lead to 6, largest lead of tonight's game. Second free throw coming from Beckton. Hit the side of the rim, no good. Davidson with the rebound. He's up to 6 now. Principia in need of a basket. Early here in the second half. Camp gives it up. Adams gets a screen on his left, comes in, floater with the right hand. Got it to go from the elbow. Coleman with it. Sykes has it. He's looking for a ball screen. He's going to get one on the left. Not going to use it. Drive in. Contact. Blocking foul in the restricted area, so 2 shots coming.
And I believe that is the correct call, as he was in that restricted circle, Tanner, like you mentioned. And that's just a great drive by Jamar Sykes.
Yeah, great drive. And as we kind of mentioned, where they're trying to get the offense going. 18 points in the paint for Principia, 14 for Webster. You know, when I take a look at the shot chart, kind of actually surprising. Webster taking more of the mid-range game and 3-point shots than it has been from inside Principia. I kid you not when I tell you that when I'm looking at their shot chart, everything's been in the paint except for it looks like about 5 or 6 shots. It's the second free throw. No good. Offensive rebound, though. Carl Moore Jr. for Webster. Brown thought about it. In fact, pull it out. So we're going to go inside. They give it up. Sykes, jump shot from the free throw line. No good. Ball pinballs around. Another offensive rebound. This time Coleman. Going to go back inside. Coleman. Playing a little give and go. Now they give it back up. Shot fake, spinning near the baseline. Driving with the right hand. It's Brown Jr. He'll back out. Thought about a 3. Picks up his dribble. 5 on the shot clock. Coleman comes in. He's under a lot of pressure. Gets the shot up. No good. Offensive rebound. Coleman with it again. Shot fake goes up. No. Ball is still loose. It's on the floor. We might have a kickball violation. We will, and it's going to remain with Webster.
And that's playing some down and dirty basketball for both teams as they're fighting hard for that rebound, and Webster doing a great job of outworking on the offensive glass.
Kevin Wingert checks into the game for Principia.
And that's a smart move, getting Clark Davidson out with 3 fouls. But you still have another player on the floor, and that's Nathan Branningham as well with 3 fouls. So if you're Webster, you got to attack the paint, attack Branningham.
Yeah, we'll see if they decide to do that. They're cleaning up a wet spot on the floor there. Bit of a chaotic sequence. So you get the ball inbounded. Sykes with it. They're going inside. Carl Moore Jr. gives it back up. Sykes to the top of the key. 3-pointer. Got it! Brown Jr. with the basket. And all those extra offensive rebounds burn Principia. And all of a sudden they are down by 7. Now driving baseline. Miles, there was contact. He's going to the free throw line to shoot 2. And they're going to call that on Nugent. So 2 shots are coming. Taking a look at some of the team stats here for you. Both teams have shot around 37%. Principia is 6 of 10 from the free throw line before this one. First free throw, is good from Miles. From Seat Pleasant, Maryland. Second free throw is good. Webster fans tried their best to force a miss, but they're unsuccessful. Sykes with it now, 5-point lead. Backing out, Coleman. And the pass awry, out of bounds. It's a turnover, and Webster can't believe it. They want either a foul or they're saying it got deflected. And just lip reading here, it looked like they wanted a foul.
Yes, I think so, as Coach Bunch wanted that foul call.
There's a 3 from Miles. Principia climbing their way right back in it here in the second half. They're down by 2 with 16 to go in the second half. Coleman tried to create some space. He can't. They go inside. Nugent with it. Handoff. Jump shot off of that handoff. No good. Offensive rebound. Pinballed around. Coleman ends up with it. Shot fake contact. Got the reverse layup to go. As Coleman is now sitting with 17 points. Again, he averaged 10 in the regular season.
And right now the difference is Principia has not done a good job boxing out on the defensive end. And they're giving up a lot of offensive rebounds here in this second half.
The running floater's good from Kim, so Principia answers basket for basket. They go inside, spin, contact, shot. Oh, that's some friendly home cooking as that basket's good. Carl Moore Jr. Chris Bunch can't believe it. There's been a lot of contact in the post, and that's what he's been yelling at the officials about, looking for a foul. It's a 4-point lead, 5 minutes into the second half. Wingert going to try and answer with a 3 with a hand in his face. He got it. Coleman's going back inside. Webster looking to answer. Double team comes. They give it up. Coleman shot fake at the free throw line. Hands it back to Brown Jr. He's going to spin in to win, and he got it. Swish. 3-point lead again for Webster. Principia to Winger. Give it up to Camp. Camp running floater rejected. This one's blocked. Carl Moore Jr. Webster in transition. They give it up. Driving in. A lot of bodies. That was blocked, I believe. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to remain with Webster. And we're going to hit our first media timeout. So the action here in the second half has been high flying, and we've seen some threes dropping as well. 14:21 to go in the second half. 39-36, the one seed Webster leads it over Principia. You're watching SLIAC Conference Tournament here on collegecast.com.
On and off the court, we're focused on creating lifelong opportunity, and that starts with education. More college athletes are earning degrees than ever before, but we've still got work to do. That's why we're raising the bar for incoming freshmen, so they're prepared when they get to campus. And why teams can't play in championships unless they make the grade. Education matters, and putting academics first creates a pathway to a lifetime of opportunity.
Drury Hotels is a corporate sponsor of the St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. A family-owned hotel chain, Drury provides exceptional values for travelers. SLIAC fans and teams can choose from 3 Metro East locations in the St. Louis area and book rooms for just $89. Choose from Drury Hotels in O'Fallon, Fairview Heights, and Collinsville, which are conveniently located directly off the interstate and near a wide selection of restaurants. All 3 locations are within 60 miles of 5 SLIAC members and offer SLIAC fans and family traveling through the St. Louis area a cost-saving quality stay. For more information on how to book a room with Drury Hotels, contact your school's athletic department and ask for the Drury Hotels/SLIAC Biz Trip number. Drury Hotels, where the extras aren't extra.
We're back here on the SLIAC semifinal matchup between 1 seed Webster and 4 seed Principia. This is the SLIAC men's basketball tournament. Winner will get Fontbonne tomorrow night, which you can see here on collegecast.com. Nugent looking to hand it off. Slipped from Brown Jr.'s hands a little bit. Screen set. Brown Jr. going to pull up for 3. They left him alone, and he made him pay.
And he comes in just at 30.3 from 3, and he's knocked down a couple big ones here in the second half there, Tanner.
3-point shooting's been better from both sides in the second half. Wingert with it. They're going inside to Adams. Fakes a spin, fakes it again. Now he's going to try and bully his way in. Kick out 3 from Miles from the top, and Principia answers right back.
And Tanner, not only are we getting a great game on the floor, we're getting a great battle up here in the stands between the Principia and Webster students.
Yeah, this has been a heated matchup tonight. The fan bases wanting to see their team get to the SLIAC final. Jump shot. Oh, he's feeling it. Win Brown Jr. with another basket.
And at this point in the season, everything's on the line. It is win or go home, and you're competing for that automatic bid to the Division III tournament.
They work it around the perimeter. Miles hit the last 3. Jab step, gets a screen on his left, hits the roller. They kick it out. Adams shot fake, tries to split the double team, goes up, got the friendly roll. Adams with a nice finish. And we're going to get a quick timeout from Principia. And we'll see what they're going to take, if it's going to be a 30 or a full. It's going to be a 30-second timeout from Principia, but I believe it's going to lead us to another media timeout. No, it looks like it's just going to be a 30-second timeout. So 12:51 to go, 44-41. Webster leads it over the 4 seed in Principia. And Kyle, it's been back and forth. The offenses here in the second half have really found a rhythm. You know, I'm looking at the box score. Webster, 50% from the floor. They've made 2 of 3 from deep. And looking at Principia, they're 6 of 9 from the floor, and they're 3 of 3 from deep. So the offenses have woken up. Now it comes down to who's going to get that defensive stand.
Right, you are, Tanner. That's a great point. That defensive stop now is going to be key as we continue on in this game with 11, 12, 13 minutes left, I believe, somewhere in that range. So that is going to be a big factor of hey, yeah, we can match basket for basket, but when it gets down to that end and it's a close game, who is going to get that stop? And that is going to be a very big key. And another key is if somebody goes on a big run, how is the other team going to respond to come back from that run?
Yeah, and I mentioned it on his last basket. Wynn Brown Jr., the senior from Memphis, Tennessee, he's gotten hot here in the second half. He's up to 14 points, 6 of 12 shooting, and he's 2 of 3 from three-point ranges. He's shooting best from three-point range on the team. And for Principia, they've got Miles going. Miles has gotten hot here in the second half. He now leads Principia in scoring with 11 points, and he's hit 2 3-pointers in this half. 3 guys in double figures for Principia. Miles with 11. Davidson has 10. He led the team at halftime. And Adams is up to 10 as well. And at Webster, as I mentioned, Brown Jr. is up to 14. Their leading scorer, though, is still Jason Coleman with 17.
And Coleman has played a phenomenal game so far, getting to the rim, playing really downhill, and getting to the line as well.
Luster recently checked in the game, has it. Nugent. He's going to fake a pass, drive in, look for some help. Jump shot, and no spin on it. Doesn't lead to a friendly roll as it's missed from Beckton. Principia a chance to tie it back up. Around 12 minutes to go. They trail by 3. They lost the season series and lost both matchups. Davidson trying to play bully ball, banked it off the backboard, but he overshot it. They throw it wildly. Tried to bank it off a Principia player while they were falling out of bounds. But they're unsuccessful, and it's turnover. Principia with it. Davidson's thinking about it. Now he's going to drive. That's a nice bounce pass. Reverse layup is good. Rantingham with a nice finish. As Principia cuts the lead back down to 1. Driving baseline rejected, but it went right back into the hands. Blocked from behind. Camp got a piece of it. And now we're going to have a foul on Webster.
And I believe they called that on Carl Moore, which will be his second foul.
We're going to hit a media timeout. So Webster, the 1 seed, hosting the SLIAC Conference Tournament, leads at 44-43 over the 4 seed Principia. You're watching SLIAC Men's Conference Basketball Tournament semifinals here on collegecast.com.
College has given me the flexibility to pursue my passions and my interests, and I've recreated my identity for myself aside from just being an athlete.
My greatest personal discovery has been that I am capable of doing things that I didn't know I was capable of doing.
To be able to study what I wanted to and continue to play the sport I love, all of those things came together very nicely in one package in Division III.
Do you have a camp coming up? Winning Streak can help you. Whether it's a summer league team or you're hosting a skills camp, Winning Streak has you covered. With talented graphic artists on site to help you with your design and various delivery options, Winning Streak has all of your needs met. If you place an order on a Monday, Winning Streak can get you your camp shirts by Thursday. Winning Streak, your T-shirt headquarters.
Back here as it's the SLIAC Semifinals Conference Tournament Men's Basketball, 44-43. Webster leads it over Principia, and it's been a back-and-forth matchup as in this second half. Both teams shooting well. 63% from the floor, Principia in the second half. Webster, after a big sequence there of offensive rebounds, 41.2% from the floor here. Their leading scorer for Webster is Coleman with 17 points. Principia brings it up after the timeout.
And not too far behind Coleman is Wynn Brown Jr. with 14, so 31 of your 44s come from 2 players.
Davidson going to drive into the paint. Tries to spin around. Contact. Got the shot off. No good. Principia wanted a foul. They're not giving it. Now they'll have to get a stop if they want to try taking the lead on their next possession.
I think that was the correct call. It looked like Carl Moore was standing up and played good, solid defense to not pick up a foul.
The steal was from Wingert there. Miles not going to use the screen. They give it to Davidson. Back to Wingert at the top of the key. Kemp with it. Miles. Principia can take the lead. Davidson with it. He's going to try and back his way in on the near side block. works his way in. Right-hand hook shot, got the friendly roll. Principia's back on top as we're almost to the halfway point here in the second half. Principia starting to gain the momentum. Coleman with it. Again, he's the leading scorer. He's got 17, career high 26. Going inside of the post. Trying to back his way down, trying to play bully ball, fading away. There's contact, no good, as that shot was missed from Carl Moore Jr. And Principia looking to continue on the momentum. Working around to Miles. Miles gets a screen on his left, gives it back up to Wingert. 12 on the shot clock. Wingert almost turned it over, can't be able to say it. 7 seconds, 6 seconds, he's got to go to work, drives, floater, left it a little bit short. Principia, no, they weren't able to get the rebound and bounce out of play first. And it's going to give Webster the basketball back as Nugent will check back into the game along with Sykes. Principia will bring back in Powles. 9:39 to go. Winner heads to the conference championship, which is tomorrow night. And Fompon awaits. Tomorrow's championship game slated for 7 o'clock. Three-pointer from the far side corner. He got it. Josh Luster able to get his basket.
And that's a big shot, Tanner.
They're going to get a foul on the floor here. We'll call that against Nugent. He got beat off the dribble, so he committed it. Principia to inbound. They'll just throw it up towards the top. Camp with it. Dumps it off wide open. And Davidson, he was so open he missed it. But he banks it off of a Principia, off a Webster player, out of play. Principia basketball. I've covered 4 teams today. They start to mesh together. They go inside. Davidson off the rebound. That's going to be an offensive foul. No, they're going to call a foul. Now we got some extracurricular activity. I think they're going to get a foul on Webster.
I believe so.
I'm going to say he wasn't allowing for Davidson to have some space. So third foul. Webster fans didn't like it. Principia maintains possession. Under 9 to go. They go inside. Davidson going to go with the right-handed hook shot. That might be a big swing as that basket's good. We're tied back up at 47. Sykes has it. Jab step driving in, a lot of contact. They're going to call it on the floor. They're going to call it against, I believe Powles is the one who's going to pick it up. Jaquan Adams going to check back into the game for Principia. .8:40 to go here in the second half. We're tied at 47. This is looking a lot like what it did last time on this floor when Webster won 65-63 in the regular season. A lot of contact, no whistle. And they're letting them play here tonight like they did in the first game of our doubleheader. Miles has it. Principia trying to regain the lead. Behind the back, jump shot, no good. Carl Moore Jr. with the rebound. And how about this? Principia is just 2 in 22 all-time against Webster. Driving in, Carl Moore. They're going to call a foul. 2 shots are coming.
That's a great take there by Carl Moore. And that is now Branningham's 4th foul, so that is a big factor here as you're already limited on the bench, Tanner, and now you have a player potentially at fouling out now.
Yeah, and they're going to stick with No, they are going to pull him. They are going to bring out Nathan Brantingham. As we see Clark Davidson check back into the game.
And I believe Davidson has 3, so he'll have to be careful himself as well, as we have 8-16.
Both free throws are good. 49-47 our score. Adams working it around the perimeter. They're going to set a screen for Powell's. Powell's going to drive and rejected. Ball pinballs up into the air. Principia or Webster with it. Right-hand layup, no good. Foul on the floor. Well, they're going to say shooting, so 2 shots coming up. Carl Moore Jr. with the block. He had 75 blocks in the regular season.
And he went up and just said, no, I'll take that, and sent it back all the way out to the three-point line. That's a big block by Carl Moore, and that's a little bit of a momentum as we'll take a short break as we hit a media timeout.
And we're going to hit the media timeout. So 49-47, Webster leads it. We'll take a break. You're watching SLIAC men's semifinals here on collegecast.com.
I am an NCAA student athlete.
And I pledge to be a champion of unity
on my team, on my campus, and in my community.
I pledge to embrace differences and strive for inclusion and collaboration.
I pledge to stand against racism, hate, and discrimination.
I pledge to strive for love, care, and forgiveness.
I pledge to stand against silence, deceit, and obscurity.
I pledge to strive for dialogue, truth, and understanding.
I pledge to stand against fear and doubt.
I pledge to strive for trust and belief in one another.
I pledge to stand against complacency and stagnancy.
I pledge to strive for change and growth.
I commit to supporting my fellow student athletes in all circumstances that impact them.
I commit to both choosing unity personally and encouraging it for all.
I pledge these things because we are stronger together.
United as one.
The pressure is mounting here at Webster University at Grant Gym as it's a battle to try and get into the SLIAC Conference Championship game. The 1-seed Webster leads at 49-47 over the 4-seed Principia. Principia trying to get themselves into the conference championship. As 2 shots are coming for Jason Coleman. And he'll make the first one. As I said, Principia, this is kind of their Goliath that they've been trying to take down. 2-22 is Principia in their history against Webster University. The second free throw coming for Coleman. He's sitting at 18 points. Averaged 10 in the regular season, but he's been hot here tonight. He missed it. Adams knocked the ball up in the air and was able to gather the rebound. Principia going to slow down to get into their offensive set. Adams, jab step, now driving, explodes to the rim. Carl Moore Jr. with another rejection. And now here comes Webster in transition with the layup to get it. Sykes is able to finish.
And Tanner, you can kind of start to see that momentum swing. Carl Moore has entered the building, and welcome to the Carl Moore block party, as that's now 3 already. And it leads to an easy transition bucket for Jamard Sykes.
Davidson with it. He's going to try to go to work. Goes with the right-handed hook shot. That was a tough shot. He missed it. He overshot the rim. 5-point lead for Webster. Hand it off to Wynn Brown Jr., who pulls up for 3. He got it. It extends the lead to 8 for Webster. Davidson, spinorama, right hook shot, left it short on the ground. And they're going to call a foul on Davidson. He was going over the top. And that's his 4th.
And if you're Principia, I like the idea that you're attacking Carl Moore. But Carl Moore is a Defensive Player of the Year as a sophomore this year for the Gorlocks. So that is a very tough player to score on down in the post. But Principia does have the right idea. They just got to be able to finish over Carl Moore. and it is a lot harder said than done.
Largest lead of the night for Webster at 8. They can extend it to double digits with 6.5 to go. Using the screen, driving, banking it off the glass. Jason Coleman, he's got 20 points, and he's trying to get the Webster Gorlocks into the SLIAC Conference Championship. Driving left hand. Oh, count the basket that was needed from Principia, Kevin Wingert. He's going to the free throw line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
And that's a big bucket right there by Wingert. There, as we are just about to 6 minutes left to go, Tanner, that's a big bucket.
Chance to cut it back down to 7. Wingert's free throw is good. 57-49 our score. We've seen 12 lead changes, 2 ties in this game. It's been back and forth the whole way. Webster has started to open it up just a little bit, though. Principia trying to claw their way back. Under 6 to go. Wynn Brown Jr. drives, right hand off the glass. He got knocked down. No foul calls. He missed the shot. Miles in transition for Principia. He'll pull up and allow them to get to their half-court set. Wingert maybe thought about it. Faked a handoff to Adams. Crosses over baseline. Throws it to Adams, who crosses over. Back to Miles. Miles to Wingert. He's thinking about it. The wheels are turning. Now he's going to hand it off inside. They find Adams. Shot fake goes up. A lot of contact. Couldn't get the shot to go. And here comes Webster. Sykes with it. Brown Jr. going to get a screen. Didn't really get a chance to use it. Now it's on his left. He's going to slow things up. Jason Coleman having a great night. They go inside. Carl Moore Jr. gives it back off. Sets a screen out. Jump shot. Oh, and he got it. Nice shot. Sykes able to get it to go. 9-point lead under 5 to go. Great crowd on hand for tonight's game. Three-pointer. Cam's thinking it. No good. Ball pinballing around. Webster comes down with the rebound. Wynn Brown Jr. with it. Going back to Sykes, who made the last basket. Chance to get it back to double digits. Crossover. Oh, they ran the pick and roll. Carl Moore Jr. back out to Nugent. He drives a lot of contact. This is going to be an offensive foul. Yes, it is. Adams took a shot there. He's slow to get up. Probably felt like he got hit by a freight train. So we're going to see Davidson check back into the game. He's got to be careful. He's got 4 fouls. He was hot in the first half. He leads them in scoring with 14. 10 of those came in the first half, though.
And Branningham, who has 4 fouls, is coming out. So now you're really got to be careful knowing, hey, we're down to 1 big if Davidson fouls out or if Branningham fouls out. So you're kind of dealing with a double-edged sword with those two having 4.
Yeah, tough spot for Principia. And we've mentioned it. They haven't really gone deep into the bench, but they've only got 10 healthy bodies for tonight's game. So 59-50, Webster leads it. This has really been the biggest lead that we've seen. 10's been the biggest, but it's all been right around in this same spot here. Trying to get this same spot dried up.
And looking at the stats, 3 of 4 from 3 this half for Curran and 4 of 5 for Webster. So that's been a big factor as well as the 3-point shot has started to fall as it was not falling in the first half.
Yeah, that's Kyle Gessler. I'm Tanner Hendrickson. We got Joey Mesenbrink running the camera for us as we're at about the 4-minute mark. Wingert drive. Long pass was intercepted. Jason Coleman rose up for the steal. Now he gets it in transition. Webster wants to slow down. Nice move. Drive inside. Back to Coleman. Coleman drives in. Strong shot. Was he in the? He was. He's in the restricted area. It's a blocking foul. 2 shots are coming. Hopefully Coleman's okay. Right call there. Adams tried to get there. And that's going to lead us to our final media timeout. So Jason Coleman will be shooting 2 free throws when we come back. 3:59 left. Webster leads a 59-50 over Principia. They're trying to get themselves into the conference finals. We'll have that for you next here on collegecast.com.
To them, the whole world looks like an opportunity, one to be seized, built upon, and made better for their sport and the people around it. To student athletes, every opportunity is a chance to change what could be and show the world what opportunity can do.
Drury Hotels is a corporate sponsor of the St. Louis Intercollegiate Athletic Conference. A family-owned hotel chain, Drury provides exceptional values for travelers. SLIAC fans and teams can choose from 3 Metro East locations in the St. Louis area and book rooms for just $89. Choose from Drury Hotels in O'Fallon, Fairview Heights, and Collinsville, which are conveniently located directly off the interstate and near a wide selection of restaurants. All 3 locations are within 60 miles of 5 SLIAC members and offer SLIAC fans and family traveling through the St. Louis area a cost-saving quality stay. For more information on how to book a room with Drury Hotels, contact your school's athletic department and ask for the Drury Hotels/SLIAC Biz Trip number. Drury Hotels, where the extras aren't extra.
As we're back here, SLIAC Men's Conference Tournament, as it's the semifinal match between the 1 seed Webster and the 4 seed Principia. Winner heads to the conference championship game tomorrow, where they will see the 2 seed Fontbonne. We'll have that game for you here on collegecast.com. Tip-off is at 7. So 2 free throws coming. Jason Coleman has 20 points. That one didn't get any friendly roll there as it rolls out. Coleman's been impressive tonight. 8 of 15 from the floor. His 20 points is leading Webster. So now he's up to 21. So he's trying to help Webster get to the conference championship game. Principia timed their worst enemy. So down by 10, 3:50 to go. Davidson with it. He's got 4 fouls. He's got to be careful. Camp gets a handoff from Davidson. They kick it out. Miles drives past, pulls up jumper, and it hit the back rim. No good. Rebound gathered by Becton.
And now coming up on 3:30 left to play. That clock is now Principia's biggest enemy. As if you're Webster, you got to keep attacking and getting buckets.
As Principia able to get the rebound, the pass was intercepted. Nice play by Win Brown Jr. Pulls up, no good. Oh, and Moore Jr. tried to finish it. Got his own rebound, and this time he will. Carl Moore Jr. with the basket. Adams with it. Pressure's mounting. Miles shot fake goes into the flying man, and there's going to be 3 shots coming here as Miles went into the flying defender, so 3 shots.
And Tanner, we talked about that in the first game. You cannot foul the jump shooter, especially on a 3-point shot, and that's a great play by Shamari Miles, drawing Win Brown Jr. up in the air and going into the contact to draw 3 at the line and trim this lead to possibly 9.
So 3 shots are coming here. First one from Miles on the way, and he missed it, left it short. Principia really needs these points here. Miles is getting set for the second free throw. Oh, and he's missed them both. Missed opportunity here. We mentioned it also in the first game that free throws are crucial once you get into postseason time. Third free throw is good. So 1 of 3 cuts the lead back down to 11, under 3 to go.
And that's a big missed opportunity there for Principia, as you had a chance to trim this lead down to single digits again with the 3 free throws, and you only make 1. That's costly this late in the game, Tanner.
Coleman with it. It's intercepted. Adams with the steal. He's going to rise up and slam it home. Maybe that'll get Principia some momentum back. Down by 9.
And now how crucial are those free throws, Tanner? You could be down 7 with the 3 if you make all 3 of those. And now the jam by Adams.
Beckton. Brown Jr. is looking for a screen. Webster, maybe miscommunication. Gets the screen on his left, crossover, spin around, goes with a nice layup. Oh, he got the basket to fall somehow, some way, and Webster's back up by 11.
And what a great spin move there by Win Brown Jr., Tanner. That is a great move and an even better finish on a contested layup there.
So he's going to the line for the old-fashioned three-point play.
He's up to 19 now, I believe. 17, correction.
And he couldn't get the free throw to go. Davidson the rebound. Principia's coach Todd Zimmerman has been yelling at his team that they're going to have to play with some pace. Davidson, handoff to Camp. Camp looking for help. Pass out. Wingert for 3 from the near side wing. No good. Adams goes up. Couldn't get the rebound, though. And Webster will take their sweet time. Under 2 minutes to go, they lead by 11. They're trying to get into the conference championship where Fontbonne awaits tomorrow night.
And Webster has done a great job rebounding the ball. Nugent 9, Coleman 8, and Carl Moore 11. So that is some impressive rebounding by the Gorlocks, Tanner.
Nugent with it. Oh, miscommunication. Pull up 3 from the wing. Oh, it didn't matter. Win Brown Jr. cannot be stopped. He's got 22. He's the leading scorer now for Webster. Davison drives quickly, blocking foul, count the basket, and he'll go to the free throw line as Nugent was in the restricted area.
And if that foul is on Nugent, that is his 5th, and it is on Nugent.
He tried to get there. I think we're going to get a timeout here. We'll just stay here with you. So it's 67-55. Webster leads it over Principia. And Kyle, really this thing just switched right around, I'd say it was about that 10-minute mark. This game had been back and forth. Around 3-4 point lead the entire game between Principia and Webster. And then Webster, that run that we talked about, who's going to get it? Webster did, went on a bit of a run, got into the lead, and now they've got their biggest lead of the night with just 1:31 to go.
That's a great point, Tanner. That 10-minute mark is really when you saw that momentum shift in the gym here at Webster University. And Webster's, like we had talked about, we did not really see that run in the first game between Eureka and Fontbonne. But now we have seen it in this game in favor of the Gorlocks on their home floor as they really ballooned that lead, starting to knock down the threes, but they're also still playing aggressive, getting to the rim and finishing and drawing the fouls and knocking down some key free throws as well. So they have done a very good job of scoring at all 3 levels as well. And it has started with Win Brown Jr. and Jason Coleman. They're 2 big factors in this game right now at 22 points and 21 points respectively.
Yeah, they've combined for 43 points, 43 of the 67, so been very impressive of them tonight. And if you missed the earlier game, you can always go back and check it back out on College Cast as the 3-seed Eureka fell to number 2 Fontbonne 57-54. Eureka had to take a basically full-court heave at the buzzer to try and tie it. So that game went back and forth. If you missed any of it, you can check it out. And Fontbonne's got their spot in the conference championship game tomorrow. Scheduled for 7. Davidson gets the free throw to go, so that's a 3-point play for him.
And now I think you're going to have to see Principia try to put on a press and force some turnovers as you have 1:12 and you're down 11, Tanner. And that's what we're seeing right here.
Webster's turned the ball over 10 times here. And it looks like Principia is trying to foul, as they did. Camp's the one that committed that. Camp commits the foul. And honestly, that was the perfect spot to try and get that trap, but they elected not to do it and wanted to just commit the foul.
All right, that's always a good thing, is you want to try to get somebody into a corner and then trap and try to commit that, force them into committing a turnover.
Coleman gets the first free throw. He's up to 22. Again, his career high is 26, or 26, so he's close to that. Look and see what Win Brown Jr.'s career high is that free throw's no good. Win Brown Jr. was a SLIAC tournament MVP in 2020. Adams drives baseline, kicks it out, and now Powell with the floater got it to go. That's a much-needed basket. And they're going to stop here because the clock was running. So the clock should have stopped after the make, so they'll have to go back and reset the clock, add some more time on. Career high for Win Brown Jr.'s 28. He did that earlier this year against Greenville. But again, he was the 2020 SLIAC tournament MVP, and he's put on an MVP performance in tonight's contest.
Yes, he has. Big second half, only 4 at the half and 18 now in the second half. So he has really got hot in the second half and been that leader the Gorlocks have wanted from him in this game.
Well, Principia miscommunication and allowed the press to be broken easily. Adams has to commit the foul. So Jason Coleman will go back to the free throw line. 10-point lead, under a minute to go. It's 2 shots guaranteed in the double bonus. And Coleman sitting at 22. As he gets the first one to go, he'll get close to his career high, which is 26. He may need a couple more free throws to get there. So he goes 2 for 2 from the line. He's back as the leading scorer for Webster and in the game at 24. Miles with it. Principia's got to hurry. They give it to Adams. Adams power jump floater, no good. Rebound is gathered by Carl Moore Jr. Principia will foul again. So 2 more free throws are coming. This time it will be for Win Brown Jr.
And I like that decision by Win Brown Jr. Say, hey, I'm going to just hold on to this ball as tight as I can and make them foul me and put me at the line as well. So that's a good decision. He just stood there and said, hey, I'm going to force you to foul me.
So 2 shots are coming for Win Brown Jr. This is looking like, it's not over yet, but it's looking like it's going to be a 3-0 sweep in the season series for Webster over Principia. And Win Brown Jr. 14 in Game 1, 21 in Game 2. He's got 24 here in the conference tournament against Principia.
And we always talk about how hard it is to win a game, but to sweep a team 3 games in a season is very tough to do. It is also one of the hardest things to do.
And I think Moore Jr. got a piece of that block on Adams. More fouls committed. We'll see 2 more free throws coming. Win Brown Jr. again. Also got to talk about Jason Coleman, the junior from Memphis, Tennessee for Webster. Game 1 against Principia on this floor. Had just 2 points. Had 12 points at the Principia game, in which we saw Webster win by 20. And then tonight in the conference tournament, again, he averaged 10 points per game. He surpassed that at halftime, and he's sitting at 24 as the first free throw is good from Brown Jr. So Jason Coleman with a great game, and Brown Jr. putting up a great performance. He doesn't want to go home. The senior doesn't want this to be his last game. He wants a chance at the SLIAC Conference Championship. Second free throw coming here, and it's good. So 74-58 as the fans chant goodbye to Principia as their season's looking like it's going to come to an end. Floater good from Wingert. They inbound it. They're going to commit some more fouls. So Brown Jr. will go back to the free throw line.
And if he makes both, he has a chance to tie his season and career high of 28 here tonight.
Yeah, so a chance to tie the high, as I mentioned earlier. He set his new career high, which is 28, which is close to, on January 11th this year against Greenville. And he'll make the first free throw. We'll see some Principia with about a full line change here. Charlie Hoffman checks in. Jake Erickson is in. Tough way, as I think that's some seniors that were pulled from the game. It's a tough way for them to go out in the loss. The second free throw, no good. So Wynn Brown Jr. would need more free throws in order for him to tie his career high. Otherwise, he'll fall a point shy. Adams with it. And it looks like that they're just going to let the clock run out here, just dribble it out. They hand it off. 3, no good as it was pushed way left. An off defensive rebound, and the horn is going to sound. So Webster is off to the SLIAC championship game as they win this one 75-60. And they have a date with Fontbonne tomorrow night. 7 o'clock will be that game, and you'll be able to see it here on College Cast. Kyle, real quick before I run through some of the stats, what biggest takeaway here? You know, very close game at halftime, but Webster pulls away. I mean, I know when I look at the score sheet here, 15-point win for Webster. It was a lot closer than that, though.
Yes, I agree with that. 15 points. It was much closer than that, as you mentioned, Tanner. But the biggest difference was a team went on a big run, and that happened to be the Webster Gorloks as they went on that big run. And you could see that towards that 10-minute mark, like you said, that's when it really started to shift in favor of the Gorloks, as well as Carl Moore Jr., the Defensive Player of the Year, made his mark with 12 rebounds and 4 blocks. But not only did he have 4 blocks, he altered many shots without actually blocking them, and that is what you want in a big man like Carl Moore. But Jason Coleman and Wynn Brown played a phenomenal game, going for 51 of the 75 for the Gorloks. That is a big factor, as well as Wynn Brown also 4 of 5 from 3. So that is a lot to defend right there. And his quickness, along with Coleman, really showed, as well as the transition buckets.
Yeah, and taking a look at some of the stats here in this one before we sign off for Principia, it was Davidson that led the way for them. Clark Davidson finished with 17 points, was 1 rebound shy of a double-double. 12 points were put in from Miles. Saw another 12 from Jaquan Adams. 8 for Wingert, 7 for Kempf, and then 2 for Brantling and Powell. And looking at Webster, as you mentioned, it was Brown Jr. who dropped 27 points tonight, 1 point shy of tying his career high. The senior went off 9 of 18 from the floor, 4 of 5 from 3, as you mentioned, had 5 rebounds as well. Jason Coleman finished with 24 points, and then there were 7 from Sykes, 7 from Moore, 5 from Beckton, 3 from Luster, and 2 from Nugent. So that does it for us here tonight. Again, the final score, 75-60. Webster wins it, as it will be a 1 versus 2 seed matchup in the conference championship game, which is tomorrow night. 7 o'clock will be tip-off. We'll have the game here for you on College Cast as Fontbonne will look to try and take down this Webster team on their home floor. So for my partner, Kyle Gessler, for Joey Mesenbrink, who's been running our production, big thanks to him, I'm Tanner Hendrickson. Again, the final, Webster 75-60 over Principia. The championship game is tomorrow night here on College Cast at 7 o'clock.